Second pitch comes in, swing and a miss. As he comes around. Makes it 0-2, 2 outs. Vanover looking to end the inning the way that he started it so far. Ball just a little high. Makes it 1-2. Fouls that one back, stays alive, still 1-2 the count. That ball hammered into left center field. Got to be relayed back in time, and it's only going to be a single for Georgia, but they do get across on the board. All right, welcome back, everybody. We are live. Should have the sound working better now. Coming in, Evan Vanover came out hot with 2 strikeouts for Texas early. And came out, allowed a runner to get on after a big hit to left center field, but then a big fly out ends the inning. No damage done for the Texas squad, and now we will see the Georgia squad take the defensive side. Fane Pate will be your pitcher for Georgia, number 9. Like we tried to mention earlier, this game is our last game of the night here of Saturday here at the Diamond Youth Baseball Division II Ozone World Series between Texas and Georgia. Winner will play South Carolina tomorrow at 4. Loser will face Tennessee tomorrow at 2. So big stakes on the line here in this game, and it should be a fun one between 2 very competitive teams. Big fly ball hit into right field. Gonna get to second, and it's gonna be a leadoff double for Texas. Breed Versosa with the leadoff double. And that brings up number 12, Peyton Milliken, the catcher for Texas. First pitch is a ball. You can tell we're only in the bottom of the first, but this Texas squad, they play with a lot of energy. They love to be quick. They love to play fast. They love to have the energy in this game, and they're going to continue to do that. You're going to get a swing and a miss. That's going to allow the runner to advance to third. So it's now a 1-1 count to Milliken. No outs. Runner on third. Chance to put up the first run in this game. Sees the second pitch for a ball. And so it is now a 2-1 count. Runner on first. Fouls that one back. 2-2 evens the count there. It is Dylan Smith, the shortstop, on deck for Texas. The pitch. Big swing and a miss. Gonna try and say it was a drop, third strike. Gonna be a play at the plate. He's safe. Texas scores the first run of this game. So a huge drop, third strike allows the first runner to come in for Texas. And so now that brings up Dylan Smith to the plate. He sees the first pitch for a strike. Sees the second pitch for a ball. So now even at 1. Third pitch. Got to be fouled off. Makes it 1-2 count. 1 out, no runners on. Easton Stanley, the first baseman, on deck for Texas. Ooh, and Dylan Smith just gets hit there. Pitch gets away from Thane Pate, and so now we will have a runner at first for Easton Stanley. Try a pick move at first. After Easton, we'll see the pitcher Evan Vanover, Tyrod Moore, Parker Gillespie, Jeremy Vale, Dominic Davis, Ryder Versosa, and Finley Richardson round out the lineup for Texas. That ball, just a little blooper, but gets in the hole. Got to be a play at third. And now we're going to have runners on the corner with 1 out. After a 1-out hit from Easton Stanley. So Easton Stanley just kind of fighting that one off, but pokes its way through a gap and allows the runner to advance to third. So Evan Vanover, the pitcher, looking to help himself out by adding some more runs to the board here. Sees the first pitch for a strike. We're going to have the runner advancing to second. Seen stolen bases taking advantage of a lot in this tournament so far. And a wild pitch goes by. We'll hold the runner at third and second. So now it'll be a 1-1 count. Third pitch of the at-bat. Swing and a miss. 1-2, 1 out. Still with runners on second and third. Tyrod Moore, the man on deck. Pitch comes in high and outside for a ball. Evens the count at 2. Like I said, Vanover started out really hot. Started with 2 strikeouts. And we'll look to continue that whenever he comes back out on the mound here in a little bit. For now, he now makes the count full at 3-2. 1 out, runner at second and third. That pitch comes inside and low, and that will be a walk. Bases are now loaded. Tyrod Moore, center fielder, coming up to the plate, looking to bring anybody that he in. There are no more spots left for Fane Pate as he looks to his dugout for some signals and anything possible. We will have a runner for Vanover. We will see Reed Versosa come in for him. Swing and a miss by Tyrod Moore. Makes the count 0-1, still 1 out. Nobody left to put on base for Fane Pate, so he's throwing strikes. Kind of mixed up signals there with this catcher, it seemed like. Or just kind of let loose of that one, and so that one kind of gets away, and now evens the count at 1-1 after that ball. Pickoff move at second. They're going to be a pickle. Oh, ball sails away. We're going to get a run. We're going to hold runners at second and third after that pickoff move, and that'll bring it to a 2-0 ball game for Texas. Try to get the runner at second, and they did, and he starts to advance, force the runner at third over, and then the ball just sailed and allows the run to come in. So now runner on second and third, still a 1-1 count for Tyrod Moore, excuse me. Ball gets away, is outside, makes it a 2-1 count. That ball just kind of poked over to the first baseman. He's going to catch. Everybody goes to their respective bases, though. So now it is 2 outs. Runners on second and third for Parker Gillespie. That ball just kind of fights off, kisses the end of the bat, and will roll to the first baseman and will be the last out of the first inning. Not before Texas puts up 2 big runs, though, and they're going to look to fight off this Georgia offense as we come back in the top of the second. All right, we're back. Vanover's back on the mound for Texas. We have number 4, Cole Wilson, up to the plate. Vanover's going to try and continue his success that he had in the first inning. He starts with the ball high for the first pitch. Had only 17 pitches, excuse me, in that first inning. Second pitch comes in for a strike, evens it at 1-1. After Cole Wilson, we'll see Lane Nicolelli, Sean Hopkins, Wes Tucker, Taylor Justice, Brady Carroll, Gray Suggs, and Jude Davis, excuse me. Cole takes some time, steps back into the box. Strike right down the middle, makes it a 1-2 count to Cole Wilson. Cole playing left field. Pitch comes in. Big swing and a miss. Make it a third strikeout for Vanover. And so now steps in Lane Nicolelli. First pitch comes in high. Start off same as the last at bat. Second pitch down the middle makes it 1-1 to Nicolelli. Third pitch coming in. Ball back up the middle, gets through the infield, and that'll be a single for Nicolelli and the Georgia offense, creating a base runner. Now for Shaw Hopkins coming up to the plate.
Now batting number 5, second baseman Shaw Hopkins.
Shaw coming in playing second base tonight for Georgia. He shows bunt first pitch, but pulls back as Vanover loses control of that one and sails a little high for 1 ball, no strikes. Makes an attempt over there at first. Count remains 1-0. Runner still at first. Big swing and a miss. Vanover is pounding the zone with strikes. Big swing and a miss again from Hopkins. Count's now 1-2 with 1 out. Vanover with the pitch. That one just fouled back. As Hopkins stays alive. Vanover just coming with those fastballs each and every time and making it very hard on these Georgia hitters. Fouls that one back too. Georgia was attempting to hit and run there, sending the runner while swinging. Going to get a time call from Hopkins. Move over to first. Not in time. And over with the 5th pitch of this at bat. And it's a swing and a miss. Make that his 4th strikeout. And now we got Wes Tucker coming up to bat for Georgia, number 42.
Catcher number 42, Wes Tucker, lefty at the plate.
Vanover, 30 pitches, 4 strikeouts so far for Texas. Come in and done a great job so far. Makes another move over there at first, keeping Nicolelli honest. First pitch of the at-bat. Sails in high, makes it 1-0 Tucker. That pitch high and outside makes it 2-0. First time we really got to see Vanover down in the count like this. That pitch low and away. 3 balls, no strikes for Vanover. 33 pitches now for the lefty from Texas. Fourth pitch of the bat shows bunt. Comes down the middle for a strike, makes it 3-1. One's the count. Runner on first. He's moving. Swing and a miss. Gonna try and make a play over there at second. Gonna miss it. And so we have a runner at second, but we do have a full count now after that swing and miss by Tucker.
Number 3, Evan Vanover is now at 35 pitches for Texas.
All right, full count pitch from Vanover. Sails high, and that'll be a walk. That'll send Tucker over to first, and so now we have runners at first and second. 2 outs for Georgia. That brings up Taylor Justice to the plate. Kind of see Coach Donnie Stanley come out and talk with his pitcher, Mr. Vanover. Come in and done an excellent job so far. This is the first time we've really seen him in any kind of trouble. Four strikeouts so far in this game. Only 3 base runners. .36 pitches so far through 1 2/3 innings. Gets a swing and a miss there. Starts to count 0-1 to Taylor Justice. Second pitch, also going to be a strike. 0-2 now to Justice. Third pitch of the at-bat. Swing and miss. And Justice sits him down. 38, 39 pitches for that man with 5 strikeouts as we head to the bottom of the second, where Texas is going to look to add some more to the board. We'll be right back after this. All right, welcome back, everybody. We will see Faden Pate come back on the mound for Georgia. Gave up a couple runs in that first inning, but did a good job of getting himself out of a tough situation. And so now we're going to see Jeremy Vale step up. So Jeremy's in right field tonight, and so first pitch comes in for a strike to Vail. Fame Pate, the righty, 24 pitches thrown so far after that inning in one pitch. Evens the count at 1 with the next one. Third pitch of the at-bat comes in. Is going to be a little blooper to the shortstop. He's going to make the play over to first, and that'll be the first out of the second inning. So that'll bring up number 1, Dominic Davis, up for Texas. Dominic Davis listed as an extra hitter for this Texas lineup. First pitch by Fane. Hits that inside edge for his zone. So it'll be 0-1 the count now to Dominic Davis. Puts it in play right past the third baseman, and that'll be a single for Dominic Davis. So after that hit by Dominic Davis, we're going to see Ryder Versosa come up to the plate. Fame Pate looks into his team, looks into his catcher, gets a sign. Gonna step off, look back over to first base. Keep Dominic over there. Pitches out of the stretch there. And so, foul tip by Ryder. Puts him at 0-1. Another pickoff move over there at first. Keeps him there. Still an 0-1 count. That one, great bunt and play. It's going to be play over to first. Gets him in time to record the second out, but not before Dominic Davis, moves over to second base. And so now there is a runner in scoring position for Finley Richardson, the left fielder. Excellent bunt there by Ryder Versosa to move his man over, and just unable to beat out Fane Pate in that throw over to first. And so Finley Richardson up to the plate. Fane Pate trying to get out of this situation and put up a scoreless inning for Georgia. First pitch comes in high for a ball. After Finley will return to the top of the lineup with Reed Versosa. Big swing and a miss, but gets out of the catcher's glove, and so he'll be at third base now. So it is now a 1-1 count, 2 outs for Finley. Great stop there by the catcher to save that ball from getting away. Could have easily allowed a run to get in if he lets it get by him. So now it's a 2-1 count for Finley. Big cut, big swing and a miss, 2-2. Now the count for Finley. Trying to do whatever he can to make something happen and bring in this run and add to Texas's lead. That one sails, but comes off the wall just right to to where it holds Dominic Davis over there at third base. And so count is full. Thane Pate, 35 pitches thrown already, and so we'll see what happens on this pitch right here. Gonna have a quick meeting with his catcher, make sure they're on the right spot, on the right page, and can execute this last strike. Get out of this spot and advance to the top of the third. So Finley steps back in the box. And gets set. Pitch, fouled off. And we'll do it again. 3-2, Finley fights it off, and Thane now at 36 pitches. Looking to try to minimize as many pitches used here as possible and go into extras if he can with himself. Oh, that one just misses. Nonetheless, a ball. And will advance the runner over to first. So Finley is on to first base, and now that'll return us to the top of the lineup with Reed Versosa up to bat. Fang gets set. Pitch sails in high. Makes it 1-0. 38 pitches now for Thane Pate. And we're going to get a meeting from his coach. Coach is going to come out here. Don't know if we're going to. Not going to take the ball just yet. Going to have a quick conversation. See if we can get us out of here before we waste all of our pitches. Reed Versosa started off hot for Texas, getting a leadoff hit and being the leadoff run for Texas. Ended up coming in as a pinch runner as well for Vanover later, and so they trust his speed on the base pass as well. So after their meeting, we'll see Thane Pate come in with a 1-0 count to Reed Versosa. That pitch fouled back, makes it 1-1. Versosa looks back over at his third base coach, gets some signals. Pitch comes in right to the third baseman. He's going to make the play over at first. It's going to get away from him, and he's going to be safe. And that'll bring in Dominic Davis, and that'll be another run for Texas. That'll make it 3-0, as now we have runners on first and second. And that'll bring up Peyton Milliken up to the plate. All right, and so another ball by Thane Pate, and so now he is at 41 pitches. So they're letting him go. Takes time now, so that means that Thane cannot pitch for 36 hours after this appearance. So second ball as that one goes outside. Makes it a 2-0 count. Count. Ball goes right to the first baseman. He's going to go over, tag his base, and get Georgia out of what could have been a tough inning. Only one comes across for Texas. Georgia will look to answer here in the top of the third. We'll be right back after this. All right, we got a new arm on the mound for Texas. We will see Dylan Smith take the bump after an impressive outing by Evan Vanover to keep it a scoreless game so far for Georgia. We'll see Dylan Smith come in, move from the shortstop position, and see if he can continue that success from Vanover. And so that will also bring up now Brady Carroll for Georgia, number 1. After him, we'll have Gray Suggs and Jude Davis to round out the lineup for Georgia. And then after those players, we will return to the top. Last warm-up pitch. Thrown over to second. And now here we go.
New pitcher number 6, Dylan Smith. Number 1, Brady Carroll. Go ahead. Hey, look.
First pitch sails high and outside for a ball. 1-0 count now to Brady Carroll.
Hello.
Pitch sails away again for a ball, makes it 2-0. Third pitch hits that outside corner for a strike, makes it 2-1. Pitch in, sails high, and now is 3-1 the count from Dylan Smith. Dylan working very quick. Now makes the count full at 3-2. Pitch, gonna just come outside, and that'll be a leadoff walk for Brady Carroll. That'll bring up number 15, Gray Suggs, to the plate.
Number 15, Gray Suggs.
Carroll looks over, make sure everybody's ready. Everybody's on the same page. First pitch comes in for a strike right at the knees. Makes it 0-1. Brady Carroll not getting too much of a lead off over there at first. The next pitch comes in for a ball, makes it even at 1. Coach is going to come over here and talk to Brady, make sure, not Brady, Gray, excuse me. Give him some signs, telling him what to do. That pitch comes inside, almost gets a hold of Gray, but will be a ball instead. 2-1 the count now. Runner in first, no outs. That one comes down the middle, evens the count at 2. Here in the top of the third for Georgia. That pitch sails high and makes it full. Dylan Smith comes in and gets that strikeout right there for the first out of the inning. Two batters that have worked his pitch count pretty high. Two different results. One in a walk, one in a strikeout. And that'll bring up Jude Davis, the bottom of the lineup. That one just a little high. 4-1. Second pitch comes down the middle for a strike. Make it 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. One runner on first. Gonna get a move over there at first. He will be safe. Brady's not getting a huge lead over there. He's staying pretty honest. Davis gets another strike off of that swing and miss. Dylan Smith, 1-2 count now. Another big hack. Second strikeout in a row for Dylan Smith. 7 total strikeouts now for Texas. All right, leadoff batter number 7 now, Whit Walters for Georgia. Swing and a miss for his first strike. He struck out his first time up to Evan Vanover. Pretty pitch. Drops right in the strike zone. It's an 0-2 count now to Whit Walters. Third pitch of the at-bat. Runner's moving, but it doesn't matter. Swing and a miss. Make it 8 strikeouts for the Texas squad. Great inning there by Texas, and now they will head to the bottom of the third, looking to put some more runs on the board. We'll be back with them right after this. All right, we're back. Bottom of the third now. Fane Pate still the man on the mound for Georgia. Already past the 41 pitch threshold, and so they're going to try and use him as much as they can to eat up as many innings as they can without putting too many runs on the board for this Texas squad looking to use that offense to come back. And so we will see now Dylan Smith, the new pitcher, be the leadoff man for Texas in this inning. It'll be Dylan Smith, Easton Stanley, and Evan Vanover. That will be the leadoff men in this inning. So, first pitch by Fane Pate will come inside. It'll be a ball. Dylan recorded 17 pitches in that last inning when he came in. That pitch popped up over to the right fielder. He loses it. Dylan's going to get over to second base. And it's a leadoff error that Dylan Smith's able to get on with. And so now that instantly puts a runner in scoring position for Easton Stanley. Easton sees the first pitch for a strike. Easton playing first base tonight for Texas. Second pitch comes in, comes inside. So that'll even the count at 1. Big leadoff base runner there by Dylan Smith. And Easton Stanley will get hit, and so that'll put him on first. So now we have runners on first and second for Evan Vanover. And so Thane Pate looks into his catcher, looks over to his duck out, and kind of trying to figure out what's the next move. First pitch comes in just a tad low, so that'll be a ball. 1-0 count now to Vanover. Pate's pitch sails outside. Makes it 2 balls, no strikes. Third pitch at the at-bat. Sails high. Makes it 3-0 to Vanover. Most likely sitting here. Making Pate throw him a strike. And he doesn't. And so that'll be ball 4. And now we have the bases loaded. No outs for Thane Pate as he looks into the umpire trying to figure out kind of where that ball was. He thought it might have clipped the zone and was a strike. So nonetheless, it'll bring up Tyrod Moore with no bases empty. He saw this scenario the last time he was up. But after a pickoff move to second, and then the runner was able to score home on a wild throw, it kind of got him out of that situation. But now he's back here, bases loaded. Starts quick with an 0-2 count after a big swing and miss there. And does it again after a swing and miss, and so that'll record the first out of this top of the bottom of the third, for Texas, and so that'll bring up Parker Gillespie. Ball gets away. Good bounce though for Georgia as it holds the runners. So runners remain where they are. 1 ball, no strikes, 1 out. Bottom of the third. And that one will hit him. And there's no open spots, and so that'll bring in a run for Texas. And that'll make it a 4-0 ball game after that hit by pitch from Thane Pate. That pitch gets away from Tucker, but again, no movement on the base pass. Keeps everybody where they are. And so now it is a 1-0 count to Jeremy Vale. That pitch comes in over his head. Gets away from Tucker again. Again, no movement though. 2-0 the count for Georgia. Pate looking into his dugout.
Let's go, Jay-Bird.
Big swing and a miss from Vale. Makes it a 2-1 count. Pate looks in. Ball comes in. Vale just barely got a piece of that, but it goes foul. And so now it'll be a 2-2 count for him. 4-0 is your score. Bases loaded. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. That ball hammered to the third base, but he's not able to corral it, and so that'll bring in another run. It is now 5-0 for Texas with the bases still loaded. So now 63 pitches for Fane Pate, and that looks like that'll do it for Fane. And so we will see a new pitcher come in. Looks like it'll be our third baseman, Dixon Law. No, that's not right. Yeah, it is Dixon Law. So Dixon Law will take over on the mound, and we'll be back after his warm-up pitches for more baseball action.
Alrighty, welcome back to Field 10. Pitch and change here. Looks like the team from Texas has the bases loaded with only one down, and this looks like Dominic Davis at the plate. Dominic had a huge hit in Texas's win a little earlier today over on field number 9. He takes the first pitch outside for a ball. I'm relieving Zach Doty on the call. Just left field number 9 in South Carolina's season comes to an end in heartbreaking fashion. They throw a no-hitter and lose 1-0 on a throwing error. Strike one swinging, looked like a little breaking ball. And Dixon Law evens the count back up to 1. Appreciate you tuning in. Reminder, share. Get as many kids, many people watching these kids as we possibly can. It's the least we can do for them. Been a long day here for everybody, but game of the day in the nightcap. 2-2-0 teams. Let me find my bracket here and figure out where they're going if they win. The winner's going to play South Carolina. Scratch that. And the loser's going to head down and play Tennessee. Tomorrow at 4 o'clock over on field number 9. And if it happens, it'll be live. We promise you that. 1-2 pitch coming to Dominic Davis. Bases loaded, 1 out. Reaches for a ball, probably out of the zone. Strike 3 swinging. So Dominic Davis goes down with a strikeout, and Ryder Verzosa, one of the coach's sons, is going to step in, swinging lefty from the left side of the plate. In a big spot here, trying to tack on a couple insurance runs. We know anything about this team from Georgia, they can score, so this 5-run lead is not insurmountable. I've seen 5-run leads evaporated 4 different times today over on field number 9. First pitch to Verzosa. He can't check his swing. Strike 1. Big shout out to the Diamond Youth Baseball organization, putting on an excellent event here under some rough circumstances. Weather's not been real cooperative. And a hit by pitch is going to score run number 6 for this Texas squad out of New Diana. If you're unfamiliar with that city, it's on the outskirts of Longview, Texas, about an hour and 10 minutes west of here. And they lead 6-0. Looking to head to 3-0 in bracket play. And Finley Richardson, the left fielder, he's going to step in with the bases loaded here. And takes a good rip at a first pitch fastball. Fouls it back towards the dugout, and he's down 0-1. We have just crested the 10 o'clock hour, and Lucky for these two teams, this field was available because the 6 o'clock game literally just ended over on field 9. A couple long delays in that one. Strike 2. Had an illegal pinch runner with the bases loaded. Could have possibly affected the outcome of the game, but it didn't. But we were in about a 45 to 50-minute delay until we got that worked out over there. 0-2 pitch. That misses away. So the count's 1-2 now to the 11th batter in the order. Top of the order waits on deck. And if you're Georgia, getting this batter retired is an absolute must here if you want any chance to win this baseball game. And it's popped to the third baseman in foul territory, and he can't make the play. So we're going to come back and do the 1-2 again. Good job by Finley Richardson there staying alive. Dixon Law got ahead of the first batter he faced after striking out Davis Verzosa and lost him with a hit by pitch and forced in a run that way. Law back with the 1-2 to Dixon. High and tight. Sorry, Richardson, not Dixon. And that misses for a ball. 2-2 now. Just a reminder, in case I forget to tell you, if you want to volunteer for the DYB, you can visit dybusa.org and find your way to that link or message somebody at the page on the game you're watching. They'll send you in the right direction. The pitcher, Law, is going to step off. And we're going to reset here for the 2-2 again. Trying to keep this manageable at 6-0. Only thrown 10 pitches. Pickoff play. There's no one there. He throws it into center field. The 7th run's going to score from third. That is Parker Glaspie crossing the plate. And it's 7-0. And his defense had someone bid there. He had the runner picked off a second. But there was no one home. 7-0 Texas leads. And the runner's going to take third because no one's paying attention there. And he's coming behind him to second, and he almost took home. So Texas scores a run, and 2 runners advance on separate plays without a pitch being thrown. Now it's 2-2. Runners in scoring position still for Finley Richardson. He takes ball 3. I was about to ring him up over here. That was a good-looking pitch. I think Law wanted it. Big shout out to one of the Vivian, Louisiana moms being a superstar on the scoreboard over here. Excellent work as Law loses the 11th batter in the order to turn the lineup over for second baseman Reed Verzosa in a spot to potentially deliver the knockout blow here. 7-run lead, bases loaded, 2 down. And third base coach, not sure if that's his father or not, but one of them's going to come down and have a conversation with the young man before he steps into the box here. Here comes the first pitch. The bases loaded. A little two-seam action on the fastball. Catches the bottom part of the zone for a strike. Big shout out to Jake Pullet-Orr. He's tuning in now, watching his kids from Diana. Popped up in foul territory. Let's see if there's room, and there's not. So Verzosa's behind 0-2. And Law's got a chance again with 2 strikes to get the third batter of the inning out. Unable to convert the last 2. Get his team into the dugout, only trailing by 7. Texas won an unbelievable game in the first half of the afternoon. Come back in a walk-off in the final inning. Curveball drilled into the gap at shortstop. Goes the short way to second, throws it into right field. 1 run is in. The second run is going to go back to third. Thought about it, but a run scores on a fielding error to make it 8-0, and Peyton Milliken comes to the plate with Dylan Smith lurking on deck. And if I am allowed to opine on these sorts of things, Dylan Smith might very well be the best hitter in this World Series. I saw him demolish 5 different baseballs in the course of these last couple days. Don't want to see him up with the bases loaded, but first they got to deal with Peyton Milliken. Catcher started the first game for Texas a little earlier. He swings through a fastball, 0-1. That didn't look like a single up the middle swing. He wanted to put a crooked number up. Curveball misses the inside part of the plate. One now to Milliken. 2-hole hitter for this Texas team. The All-Stars out of New Diana. The ball gets to the backstop, but not far enough. Uh-oh, runner strays too far off a second, but he's back. Coach says, watch me. Watch me, not the ball. And it is 2-1 now. And again, I'll repeat, a very dangerous hitter lurking on deck. And Law's going to step off. Not sure what happened, but there's a small delay, but we're back going now. Center field had to tie a shoe. 2-1. Milliken swings at a pitch on the outside part of the plate. Law evens the count at 2. Again, we appreciate you tuning in. A bunch of you watching. It takes no effort at all to click that share button. These kids absolutely deserve as many people watching them as they possibly we can get. 2-2. Curveball popped up into shallow right. First baseman's there actually. Play made. And Georgia gets out of the bases loaded 2-out jam, but not before Texas scores runs 6, 7, and 8. We'll take an 8-run lead headed to the top of the 4th inning. Texas leads 8-0. And I don't see my, there we go, there's my audio. Dylan Smith is on the mound for Texas, and he'll be up to hit when we get back in the bottom of the 4th inning here. First and foremost, this Georgia team is in desperate need of some base runners if they have any hope of climbing back into this one and remaining undefeated in bracket play. And just a reminder about the DYB scholarship program. If you're not aware, you're about to be. It's available to all participants in the DYB. Hundreds of young men and women have won scholarships and used them to help pay for their education after high school graduation. Over 100 $2,000 scholarships were awarded this year. High school seniors are eligible to complete an application and submit it by March 1st for consideration. If you play DYB for at least one season in any 12U age division and will be a senior next year, we encourage you to consider this opportunity. Go to the DYB website for more information. First pitch swinging, and this is Thane Pate. And if Smith is the best hitter here, Pate is 1A. I've seen Pate hit a couple out over on field 9. And he takes the first pitch. Scratch that, it's 1-1. And Dylan Smith's 1-1 pitch sails high and tight. So Pate is ahead. Good rip at a fastball. 2-2. Ooh, good pitch. Just off the outside corner. And the count is full. Good at bat by Pate. And Georgia has one of those much-needed base runners to start the fourth here. And again, in this format, with these pitch counts, an 8-run lead is not insurmountable. And Landon Reeves. I'm exhausted. Don't even know who Dylan Lee is. Landon Reeves lays off the first pitch for a ball. And Landon's playing first base for this Georgia team today. As Smith drops in a curveball for a strike. That misses away. Make sure you give the DYB Facebook page a follow. That way, when we're live, you get a notification. You don't miss any of the action. If it's happening here, we're bringing it to you live. That catches the inside part of the plate. And Landon Reeves facing a 2-2 count from Dylan Smith. Pate on first. Curveball over the head. And Pate's going to take off for second. Throw down. Almost got him. He slid a little early. But Pate's in there safely. Turf may be starting to dry up a little bit. And the count's full to Reeves. Now with a runner in scoring position, Georgia trying to put across their first run of the night. And a wild pitch is going to send Reeves to first and Pate down to third. So 2 on now. This is just what the doctor ordered for a team down 8-0. Starting the fourth inning, a couple base runners on, little pressure on the pitcher for the first time tonight. And head coach Donnie Stanley is going to head out and talk to his pitcher. Doesn't look like he's going to take the ball from him. Still no outs here, right? So Dixon Law, third baseman, and the young man that finished the inning for this Georgia team. First pitch from Smith comes in a little high and outside. They throw down to third, but Pate's back in plenty of time. There's a strike. So the Ocilla, Georgia team got something cooking here in the fourth. And swung on the ball. The bat flies out of Law's hand and almost hits the on-deck circle. And it's going to be 1-2. Nobody down here in the fourth. I need a refresher on the run rule. I can't remember if it's 10 after 4 or 10 after 5. It's 15 after 3, 10 after 4. So on top of needing runs to get back in this game, you also want to push a few across. That way Texas can't end it in the bottom of the fourth. And that pitch is wide. So Landon Reeves takes second base without a throw. And now Dixon Law has run the count full here versus Dylan Smith. Rung him up on a low fastball, and Law thought he had taken ball 4. Out number 1. And now Cole Wilson's going to step up to the plate.
Next batter for Georgia, number 4, Cole Wilson.
Cole's wearing number 4 and playing left field today for this Georgia team. 2-0 in bracket play. Pitch number 36 from Smith misses the target, and he's down to 4 before they're going to have to make a decision whether or not they want to be able to use him tomorrow. And that's in there for a strike, 1-1. And again, that's an unofficial number, but I have him at 38. Two-one pitch coming to Wilson, and that misses as well. Three-one coming. Dylan Smith lost his release point a little bit these last few hitters, and walks another one, and that's probably going to do it for our pitcher number 6, Mr. Smith, as manager Donnie Stanley makes a slow walk to the mound. And we'll see who he's going to hand the ball to here to try to finish off the 4th inning. Not sure yet. The outfield's coming in as well. Hard to imagine he's considering leaving Smith in, nursing an 8-run lead. Knowing what's at stake tomorrow. I mean, that's the second mound visit, so he can't leave him in. Still not sure who's going to take the ball. Glaspie is on the mound. It doesn't look like he's ready to take the ball. It's going to be 33. It's going to be Reed Verzosa. Going to move from second to the mound. And Smith walking towards left field, but he may hang back and play shortstop. We'll know more here in just a second. They'll radio us and let us know. But bases loaded, 1 out in a 3-1 count is what Reed Verzosa has inherited. And Lane Nicolelli. Scratch that. There's a fresh count here on Nicolelli. 1 swing away from making this one a little more interesting. And the Diamond Youth Baseball Organization, just a reminder, is dedicated to building the youth in our communities to become responsible leaders and parents of tomorrow. The real goal is teach teams fair play, love of God and country, and leave them better equipped for life as a result of the lessons through the game of baseball. Help this program by becoming a volunteer. Very few things make a better calling. That's a big swing at a fastball floating in there for a strike. And it's 0-1 on Nicolelli. And the ump says that one catch the bottom part of the zone. So now it's 0-2. Curveball. Nicolelli stays alive off the end of the bat into foul territory. Sorry if you hear grunts every now and then. I've been in this place for about 60 hours this week. Every joint in my body's aching. Another curveball, another foul. Might be the first time in my life I've felt my age. I'm not going to tell you what that number is, because I'm afraid you'll believe me. 0-2 pitch coming now. Nicolelli's fouled off a couple. There's another curve. He threw it 3 in a row, hit well into center field. But he's there. Look at the throw home from center. Almost got him. Uh-oh, the runner strays off of second base, and he hosed him at second. Oh, my goodness, a massive base running error. But a run does come across. And out there in center field, let's see who that was out there. Tyrod Moore, unbelievable play in center. Cannon of an arm, and it results in the final out of the inning. We're going to head back here in just a second. For the bottom of the fourth, Texas leads Georgia 8-1. Alrighty, welcome back. And it looks like Dixon Law is going to come back out on the mound for the bottom half of the fourth here. Georgia had bases loaded, one down. Did scratch a run across, but got to imagine they're disappointed with just one there. So Law is going to face Dylan Smith for the first time. And as I mentioned earlier, Dylan Smith, every single plate appearance I've seen him this tournament that he wasn't walked and pitched around, he has just hit a rocket somewhere. Hit one, a no-doubter yesterday. The center fielder didn't move over on field 9. Let's see what he's got in store for us here. Talked to Chuck, and Chuck said we haven't seen a whole lot of balls hit over the fence here on field 10. I've seen 9 to 10 over there on field 9. Just informed Tennessee hit the only 2. Wind's been blowing out next door all week. But we're in field 10 tonight, and Dylan Smith steps up here. First time seeing Law. The first pitch from Law is going to come in a little high and outside for a ball. Smith is already ready for the 1-0. That's outside. So 2-0 now. Smith in a position to look for a spot. And if the ball's not there, lay off of it. And if it is, try to hit something into the woods. Oof, curveball. That came in and his eyes lit up. Swings through it, 2-1. That's hit up the middle hard. Two-hopper into center field. Dylan Smith is on again with a single. He threw the curveball again, and Smith was waiting for it and served it into center field. And Easton Stanley comes to the plate now. And a reminder, the 10-run rule is 10 runs after 4, so we're 3 away from Texas ending this one early. Another curveball. Smith takes off. Throw not in time into center field, but center field is there to back it up, so Smith can't advance to third. But a stolen base puts the 9th run in scoring position for this Texas team. Looking to move to 3-0 here in bracket play. Big swing and a fastball inside part of the plate. Stanley can't connect. It's 2-1. Maybe 1-2. I'm not sure that's on me. 2-1. Popped up. Second baseman's going back. Right fielder's coming in. Second baseman makes the play. That's Shaw Hopkins out there at second. So 1 down now. Runner still in scoring position for Evan Vanover. First pitch curveball catches the plate. The winner of this one looks like they're scheduled to play tomorrow at 4 o'clock. One to Vanover. That's inside. Ump says he held off. 3-1 now. Smith takes off, 3-1 misses inside, and he steals third. Slides past the bag, but he's able to get back before the tag's applied. So now we've got runners on the corner with 1 down. Since the sun go down, it's got a little chilly in here in this press box. I know it's a weird thing to complain about, considering it's Louisiana and like July 31st or something. Could be way worse. Runner takes off, almost makes it to second before the pitch is delivered. Now we've got 2 in scoring position. Less than 2 outs. So just about any ball put in play here with the infield back is going to result in run number 9 for this Texas team. And Moore puts down a bunt. Pretty good one, but it's going to roll foul. And Moore had the huge walk-off hit last night. Or last game, per se. And a barn burner over there on field number 9. That's 35 pitches for Law. So he's got 5 until he reaches that magical number of 40. And that one's low. So it's going to be 2-1 now to Moore. And as I said, the infield is back and willing to concede this 9th run on a ground ball up the middle. And gets past the catcher. Not far enough for Smith to come in. So Moore currently sitting in a hitter's paradise. Runners on second and third. Only 1 down in a 3-1 count. Got to look for something middle to drive here. And we're in a position to end this thing if he's able to lift one. Ball 4. That's going to load the bases for Parker Glaspie. And unofficially 38 pitches for Dixon Law. So that's going to do it for him probably. So he is available tomorrow. Coach Jake Walters going to hand off the ball to our relief pitcher. See if I can get a number on this young man. 21. It's going to be Taylor Justice.
Now pitching for Georgia, Taylor Justice.
I'm looking for the information for the DYB kind of sanctioned church service in the morning. Can't find it, but when I do, I will relay the information. If not, the church's whole thing, right? You're welcome wherever you want to go. Wear your baseball uniform. Jesus doesn't discriminate. So we're going to have a bases loaded, 1-out situation here. And Parker Glaspie is going to come to the plate with a chance to end this thing with one in the gap with the amount of speed we've got on the bases. Or better yet, for his sake, how cool would a grand slam be? Got some tired volunteers in here with us, doing the best they can and having fun as much as the situation will allow. But here we go. First pitch to Glaspie. That's going to catch the inside part of the plate. So Taylor Justice is ahead of his first batter, 0-1. The ball's hit to third baseman. Good play. Changes his mind, goes from second to first, and does get the out, but a run comes across the plate to make it 9-1. 2 down now. Runners on second and third. And Jeremy Villa going to step up to the plate. Villa. Jeremy Villa. I asked his father how to pronounce that. It is Villa. And it's 9-1 now, so if Villa can find a hole here, Texas can win it. And he takes the first pitch from Taylor Justice. Low as it bounces in for a ball. And another one bounces in. 2-0. And there's a curveball in there for a strike. Two one. Bounces in. Runner still can't advance. Look at it. No worries, 3-1 count here. Villa takes that pitch on the outside corner. Thought he'd drawn a walk. Now I realize how confusing that was. I'm sorry. Here, come on. All right, full count pitch coming. Curveball served, shallow center field. What a play in center. Keeps the game alive for Georgia. If that falls, the 10th and 11th run scores, and we go home. So nice play out in center field, and Georgia still has a chance. Down by 8, headed to the top of the 5th. You're watching DYB World Series Division II Ozone 12U Baseball here live on Texarkana Game Day and the DYB official Facebook page. He looks like he's out of it, huh? All right, welcome back. Top of the 5th here from Tinsley Athletic Complex in beautiful Bossier City, Louisiana. If you haven't made it this way, we've got Division I coming next week. And I say book a hotel and come down here. I know we've spoiled you being able to watch this online, but a lot going on here in Bossier. A lot to do, depending on what you like to do. They've been really accommodating, letting us run wires all over this place and tape, and we had to actually pause the game on field 9 because our wire in one of the dugouts was ripped off, and we really appreciate these guys, and I think that the feeling is mutual. So here we go with the 0-1. It's driven into left field for a single. And Shaw Hopkins starts off the 5th inning for Georgia with a single and another leadoff base runner. And again, I'll mention it again, a 9-1 lead is not insurmountable.
Georgia is Wes Tucker.
One 0, and that misses high. This is 42 Wes Tucker, catcher tonight for Georgia. And he takes the 2-0 pitch off the plate. And Coach Stanley's going to go out and talk to his young pitcher, Reed Verzosa, on the mound. It looks like he signaled out to right field, but I don't see anyone coming in to take the mound, so he's going to leave Reed out there. That's mound visit number 1, so next time he steps out of the dugout and crosses that line, that's going to be it for Reed. But in the meantime, we got a 3-0 pitch coming to Tucker. And that misses. So a single and a walk, and Georgia has put the first 2 on here in the 5th. For Taylor Justice.
Georgia Taylor Justice.
And Georgia just needs to keep putting them on. Start pushing them across and climb back in this one. That's the beautiful thing about this sport is there is no clock. It doesn't end until those 18 outs are recorded. Two-0 now. Little breaking ball. He gets that over, so Justice still ahead 2-1 in the count. Runners on first and second. Nobody down here, top 5. That's driven into left center field. It's going to get to the wall. One run is in. The second run is going to be held at third. So an RBI double by Taylor Justice on a breaking ball, hung middle, pushes across run number 2 for Georgia. And now they've got 2 in scoring position with nobody down here in the 5th. Pecking away here now, down 7. Brady Carroll. He's going to hit here with a chance to drive in runs 3 and 4. If he can push something through the middle, infield back. So either way, a run's going to score if he puts one in play here, unless it's a pop-up. And Verzosa's first pitch to Carroll misses high. His catcher's going to go talk to him for just a second. .0. Can't tell if that was a breaking ball or not, but it stayed up, and Carroll swung through it. And that's outside. Catches the outside corner. 2-2 to Carroll. Stays alive with a foul tip on another breaking ball that was headed towards that outside corner. Too close to take in a situation like this. That's ripped over the third baseman's head. 1 run is in. The second run is going to score fairly easily. Oh no, that's thrown into right field. So Carroll is going to advance to third on the throwing error. And it is 9-4 with a runner on third base with nobody out. And it looks like Coach Stanley is making a walk to the mound. That's going to be mound visit number 2. And in Reed Verzosa's not on the mound. And Georgia is climbing their way back into this one. 9-4 now. We're going to have Grace Suggs due up after the warm-up tosses, hitting in the 11 hole, followed by Jude Davis, then the top of the order, where it gets real interesting. Easton Stanley going to come in and try to get Texas out of this jam before any more damage is done. Alrighty. Not many warm-up pitches for Stanley. He's ready to rock. First pitch misses for a ball, maybe? I wasn't paying attention. That's a strike. And Grace Suggs had a chance to keep this train rolling. Georgia scored 3 here. Still nobody down. And he swings through the 1-1. It's 1-2. Strike 3 swinging. 1 down. And the 12th hitter, Jude Davis, is going to make his way to the plate. He takes the first pitch from Stanley, high for ball number 1.
Now batting for Georgia, number 27, Jude Davis.
Good fastball. Throws it by Davis. Evens the count at 1. I'll remind you again, click the share button. Takes no effort at all. Helps these kids out. Bunt attempt. He pulls it back. Takes that for a strike. Big pitch coming for Stanley. If you can get to the top of the order with 2 down, you got a real chance of getting out of this jam only after 3 runs have scored. Breaking ball, just miss. Home plate ump looked like he might have been ready to ring him up, but he did not. So Jude Davis stays alive. And the Georgia offense has come alive here in the 5th. There's a strike. Fastball outside corner. Good pitch. Here comes the top of the order. And Whit Walters. And we mentioned Payne or Fane Pate last inning. If it gets to him, there's a chance. This is a 1-run game, but we got to get there first. Walters takes a fastball high out of the zone. And Walters is a fine hitter himself, but Pate's the power bat. Popped up. Second base has it. And he retires him, and that's going to do it for Georgia's rally in the 5th. We'll be back here in just a couple seconds. You are watching live 2024 DYB World Series Baseball here on Texarkana Game Day. All right, welcome back. Taylor Justice back out on the mound for Georgia after his squad pushes 3 across in the top half of the inning. Tasked with a shutdown inning here and getting that offense and the momentum back into the dugout. Try to tie this thing up in the final 3 outs. Not sure where we are in the lineup for Texas, but I'll figure that out in just a second. Looks like Dominic Davis is going to lead things off here. Struck out his last at bat with runners on. Davis takes a rip at the first pitch. High in the zone, gets underneath it and fouls it back over the net. And Justice is ahead 1-0. So now we're ready for the 0-1, or the 1-1, I'm sorry. And that bounces in there. 2-1. Gets under that. And that's out of play. We are officially 11 hours into the broadcast day. These games got started at 10 o'clock this morning, and this one looks like it's going to finish up around 11 p.m. That misses, so it's going to be a full count. Games tomorrow kick off at 2. Ball 4. And that's a good thing. The odds of me showing up again tomorrow at 8 a.m. to set up for these games was going to be pretty slim. So Dominic Davis on first base. Ryder Verzosa up when Finley Richardson waits on deck. And Taylor Justice delivers a ground ball to second base. He's going to go the short way to first, and the out is made and put away by Landon Reeves. But the runner advances into scoring position with one down. And Finley Richardson's going to step up to the plate here. Hitting from the left side and playing left field tonight. Texas in the pinstripes, the navy blue tops, the white pants, and the high red socks. Were cream color yesterday with navy outline. And the sharp look as well. And Georgia and the Georgia red and white with the Braves tomahawk across their chest. And the first pitch, sorry, scratch that, the 0-1 pitch comes in a little bit high from Taylor Justice. And he steps off and looks back the runner. Saw a hidden ball trick in the last game across the way. Fake to pick off. They got loose in the center field. The runner took off, and the pitcher tagged him 3 feet later. It was South Carolina that pulled it off, by the way. Shows bunt, pulls it back, and it's a called strike. Evens the count at 2. And again, one last reminder. Click share. It is 11 o'clock. And I know there ain't nothing going on in New Diana, Texas, more important than this right now. That's served in the shallow left. Shortstop makes the play, throws over, and it's in time. Wow. Whit Walters with an excellent defensive play. Picks up out number 2 as the leadoff man, Reed Versosa, comes to the plate. Runner on third with 2 down. I'm not quite as familiar with Ocilla, Georgia. First pitch to Verzosa is swung on a breaking ball, dug it out of the dirt and fouled it behind him, and it's 0-1. Flared into center field. It's going to fall. And 1 run is in. So Verzosa drives in Dominic Davis for the Texas team's 10th run of the night. And Peyton Milliken comes to the plate. And Dylan Smith lurks on deck. Curveball hit well into left field. But the left fielder's underneath it, makes the play. So Texas scratches across a run to extend their lead to 6. We're going to head to the top of the 6th inning. Georgia down to their final 3 outs, looking to stay undefeated in bracket play. Be back in just a couple seconds here on Texarkana Game Day and the DYB Facebook page. All right, we're back. Easton Stanley back on the mound for this Texas team out of New Diana, looking to close out Georgia and remain undefeated in bracket play. Reminder, we're going to be back on air tomorrow at 2 o'clock. We'll have 2 for you live simultaneously at 2 and 1 at 4 o'clock. So here he is, Fane Pate, up at the plate, but with nobody on. Big rip at a fastball. Swings through it for a strike. And I've seen this young man hit one to the second fence out there on field number 9. Nobody on now, so if he does, a 1 run's not going to hurt you here. Certainly don't want to put him on via the walk. And Stanley is starting off in the right direction here. 0-2 now. Curveball got him swinging. Hadn't seen that yet from Stanley. And it broke back across the plate, and it was too late. So Pate goes down swinging to start us off here in the 6th.
Now batting for Georgia, number 50, Landon Reeves.
1 down. 2 to go for Texas. And Landon Reeves going to take his turn here. And that's a little breaking pitch that stays just a bit outside. Two and 0 now. And the 2-0 floats in. He couldn't get on top of that curveball. And Reeves ducks below it. Got the take sign here, I would think. And he was taken all the way, and he takes ball 4. So one of the much-needed base runners for Georgia is aboard here. And Dixon Law, the third baseman, is going to step in. Georgia in the white top, white bottoms, and knee-high red socks. That pitch is swung on and missed. So Stanley ahead of Law here, looking to get these final 2 outs and get this Texas team back to the hotel 3-0. And with that, one of the prohibitive favorites to win this thing. But the 0-1 misses away. Strike 2, should say become one of the favorites. So Stanley's ahead of Law 1 and 2 here. And Cole Wilson waits on deck. 1-2 curveball. Leaves that one up and in. Swings at a curveball, a little too close to take with 2 strikes. Stays alive, he fouls it back. Strike 3 called, caught the top of the zone. And Georgia down to their final out now. Cole Wilson tasked with getting on base and keeping their chances alive. Good looking pitch in there for a strike.
Number 4, Cole Wilson.
Easton Stanley's going to step off before the 1-1 pitch. Now he's set and ready. A little two-seam action on that fastball. Came back and caught the outside corner. So now Wilson and this Georgia bunch from Ocilla down to their final strike here in the winner's bracket of this particular World Series. Stanley delivers. Strike 3, swinging, and Texas wins. Moves to 3-0. A well-pitched ball game, and that's going to do it for the last game of the night here in Bossier City. We appreciate you tuning in. We are going to head out. We'll see you guys bright and early tomorrow at 2 p.m. You've been watching Texarkana Game Days and DYB's presentation of the World Series here in Bossier City. Good night.